Hi guys, Ethereal Awakening here doing individual zodiac sign readings. This one is for Leo, but I'm starting these videos out today with an apology. My past readings, I said I didn't want them to be solely about relationships. However, I meditated and had some visions and insights that my relationships, all of them, not just romantic, my parents, my cousins, my kids, have all been my best teachers. So I'm going to change the readings up. These are going to be you and them readings, but you get to intuitively decide which energy is yours, which is the other person's, and who that person is. If that's whatever relationship you're seeking guidance for or from, this is your chance to be also an intuitive and see where the energies go and how they apply to your situation. So, starting with a couple oracle cards for the overarching energy. Spirit, what energies for Leo want to be present today? All right. One more time. And thank you in advance. So the first card here is meditation. All the chakra colors are present. The lotus is the head, is growing through that mud, and then my focus comes right here to the downloads, the divine downloads. And I will read from the book as I'm becoming more familiar with this deck, but I do intuitively bring in my own insight. So one of you in this Leo reading has been meditating, has been going within, is seeking answers from within. And grace. These are both meditation partners. So this is definitely with the mirrored aspects between these two cards, this might be a twin flame reading. I mean, look at these cards and how very similar they are. Two lotus position meditators. Definitely some orange. So some sacral chakra maybe need to be maybe needs to be healed here between the two of you. But the grace card to me is kind of like what my little upfront card here says. You live under the freedom of God's grace. So recognizing that God's grace is extended to you, simply accepting it starts changing things in your life. On the back side of this card, it says solar energy is a renewable resource as long as you stay in the sun, but they spelled it S-O-N. So it's recognizing that Christ consciousness from within that is bestowed upon you. You have the ability to be a perfected being just as Christ was. You do. You may not be afforded it through actions and all of that, but you can atone. You can atone for that. That is understanding God's grace for you. So I'm going to lean on this being a twin flame reading, Leo. And I'm reading from the cards now, or from the book for these cards. Meditation. Okay. Sit, let all the ripples within your mental, emotional, and physical bodies ease away. To introduce a new pattern, assume a higher vibration, or expand your bandwidth, you must first quiet the old forms. And that's kind of where I'm speaking of, is that recognition. One second. So sorry about the disruption. Okay, so as I was saying, this very well may be a twin flame reading. We're speaking on the grace card. Looks like there's a lily superimposed over the meditating woman. Her third eye is lit. Her throat is lit. So, let me look at this one a little closer too. I mean, this one, throat, heart, solar plexus, and sacral are lit up. So to me, right away, one of the energies here is needing to speak up. The grace energy is really trying to find some words. I want to say, if that's you that are, you know, you need to, if you're the one that in this dynamic between these two energies feels like you need to say something to the other person, you're trying to find the appropriate words, and it's your third eye is how we look into the world through the eye of God. It's like being able to see yourself in everyone and what that translates to for you. So one of you needing to speak up and just become more curious about the world around you. While the other one, I believe, is really working on some heart. I mean, those three that are lit up: heart, solar plexus, and sacral chakra healing. It looks like to me, right off the bat. So let's pull some tarot and see how deep this message will go. Spirit, can you tell me a little bit something more about this energy for Leo here? And under meditation in the heart space, the Four of Swords. This card speaks on rest, reflection, healing. And that's in the heart space of this one that is doing the major, I believe there's major healing going on between the heart, solar plexus, and sacral chakra. So that would fall right in line. The past, the not so distant past, the recent past, we've got the Eight of Rods. There's been some harsh communications in this energy's recent past. Some pretty nasty things were exchanged between them and someone else. It may not even been you. It may have been you. If you're in separation with this person, then obviously not. But there could be, from the reflection from the last time you did have exchanges from this person. Six of Cups is in the future. So there, to me, that's like a past soulmate, twin flame. That's it. I mean, the Six of Cups is traditionally a twin flame card. Someone you've known in a past life or since childhood. And in my twin flame journey, I may have only semi-recently met my twin within the last 3 years, but you feel like you've known them. And then knowing what I know, since I've been so far initiated, you know, you incarnate into this planet together. So, yeah, you've known this person in the other lifetimes, if it is your twin. Under the grace, Justice is in the heart space. And I was speaking on trying to find the words to say, being honest and fair. That might be trying to find that balance. Come from justice in the heart space. not wanting to create any more negative karma. I'm recognizing that by doing what you're doing, by finding the right words and taking the steps, you're clearing karma. In the recent past, the 8 of Swords, 2 8s in the past for both of these people. So this is that feeling like you're stuck. And of course, with the Justice card there, that's a freedom. Recognizing that karma, good, bad, or whatever, it's a freedom when you start clearing it. Creating negative karma, eventually you build up enough of it that you want free of it. So this feeling of restriction, like you're stuck in a position that you can't get out of, I believe there's this grace that's coming into this person's energy, that I've got to clear this to find grace. This isn't to say these people will be back together in a couple relationship or, you know, anything like that, but that, you know, there might be, you know, an apology or some sort. So I need to say something. That's, I mean, whatever it is. The moon is in the outcome, the future for the grace energy. So this person is fearful. It doesn't know. I don't think this person knows if they'll be able to. It's in their heart. They're feeling stuck. There's fear. Not being able to speak. Seeing things a little obscured. I mean, let's see what energy is together. Strength. That's Leo energy right there. That's the shared energy. Leo, you might be dealing with a twin. Beings that this is a Leo reading, beings that is Leo energy, beings that in this deck, there's an infinity symbol above this lady's head as she tames the lion in this card. That infinity symbol is another twin flame. The 8s, there's in both the past, the 8, the infinity symbol above the strength card, above her head, the strength being the Leo card, being the 8, that's another 8. So, you know, the infinity circling back around. Infinite cycles. We've done this before. Well, Leo. But there's that moon card in the future for one of you. So it's, while the 6 of Cups is, you know, relationships and past life soulmates and twin flames, there's that moon card, you know, both. Although everything else seems very balanced here, mind you, Justice is also an 11. So there's another twin flame reference there. The other thing I want to bring into is the moon is a 19. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. Not to me, if God was a number, it would be 9. And that's the assurance that whatever happens is meant to happen. I can't say that either one of you is doing anything. You're both doing exactly what you're supposed to do. You know, there's nothing that happens in God's world by mistake. The strength that crowns this reading between the energy between the both of you is affording you the focus needed to meditate in moments of healing and reflection and reprieve. that harsh communications are in the past. They are resting. No longer, you have rest and reprieve and reflection and healing in your heart. That heart is lit up in the meditation card. You're sitting in this energy of hopefulness and childlike wonder, Leo, or the other person is, and it's, what more can you do? This is in the past for this other, the grace energy. It's so mirroring. It's pretty spot on. With this past, stuck. It's past. In the heart space, there's this freedom that comes with that karmic justice. There's an understanding in this heart, in this other energy's heart. It's like there's swords, even though justice is not a sword suit. The swords that are present, her sword, and then the 4 swords. It's like there's such 4 swords is a balanced number. It's healing in that heart space. The justice being an 8, or no, wait a minute. It's an 11. I'm sorry. It's not an 8. It's an 11. Again, it's justice. She's got the scales. And these scales are balanced. Hers are not imbalanced. Hers are on her hand. They're in her hand. How many people can take some scales and sit with them where they're perfectly balanced? Hers are perfectly balanced. Her sword is straight up. You be the judge of that justice card. This person could be going through some legal stuff that's weighing on their heart right now. And that's why they're not speaking up. And that's why this unknown card, they're waiting for results. There's another way that, because this is a general reading, that could be another way to look at this. I'm going to pull a couple cards now for resolution between the two of you. Resolution does not mean reunion. We got the Hierophant. Oh, man. This is like getting so twinny flamey. But between you, this belief. Again, this is a balanced card. There's 2 people worshiping at the foot of this Hierophant. And there's 2 pillars behind him. 2 keys. Temperance in divine time. There is no definite answer for this resolution other than the 2 of you are doing exactly what you need to be doing. If this is not a twin flame reading, this is somebody who is a very impactful soulmate. Past life type of soulmate. And soulmates do not necessarily have to be romantic partners. You can find them in best friends, in siblings. So, this relationship can stem into deep areas that, upon healing, that becomes the reflection of God that we need to evolve the planet. So, I can't say for certain that there will be a reunion, but the resolution will be exactly as it was intended, as God saw it when it was created. I mean, Leo, you crown this, and your energy crowns this reading, and it's strength that's pulling both of you through whatever you're going through. One of you is in a healing, meditative, childlike, really looking into the future like everything's possible energy. The other one of you is pulling yourself out of some mental stuckness, some mental restriction, seeing that the fairness and balance that needs to be struck within themselves to pull themselves out of that mental fuckery. There's still some fear over how this will play out for that person. They need to speak up. They need to say something. That strength. I mean, the 8s are everywhere. The 11 is there. balance in the heart of both of you guys. And then this belief in divine time. And that's, I mean, how can you finish up a reading any better? The belief that divine time will reveal exactly what it's supposed to reveal, what you most likely already know. I'm not here telling you any of this stuff that you don't know. This is just you hear something and it reminds you, oh, now, yeah, I know that. That's what happens whenever something is confirmed for you. It's a confirmation. It's not really that we're learning anything new. It's that it gets struck back into your memory. So this is all I got for you, Leo. See you next time.